It's December, so you know what that means. Sin is banging at my door trying to recruit me as an elf because my craft resume is stacked. So I have a hot take when it comes to giving people handmade items for gifts. Not everyone in your life deserves a handcrafted, luxurious, knitted sweater. I wish I could be Mrs. Weasley churning out 7 sweaters every Christmas, but first of all, I can't do that because my doctor told me my wrist would fall off. And 2, I'm sorry, if I don't like you, I'm not gonna make you a sweater. But luckily there are people in my life that I love, and this year I'm making my friend Alex a handmade knitted sweater. So let's have the ultimate knitter's Christmas and just make this dang sweater. Here's the plan, y'all. Every year when Christmas comes around, you always see the same animals on rotation: polar bear, penguin, reindeer. This year, we're gonna throw ducks into the mix. Okay, this is really just an excuse to use Made in the Moment's pattern and colorwork chart that they came out with a while ago. But also, I wanted this to be a sweater that my friend could wear throughout the whole winter and not just during the Christmas season. So I have this Berroco vintage DK weight yarn in the color Douglas Fir. I have a couple hanks of these. And then for the actual duck, I'm just gonna be using some scrap yarn that I have. And look at this green. It's such a wearable color. Okay, let's get knitting. Okay, before we start knitting, we have to get into the holiday spirit, and nothing says Christmas more than Bath & Body Works. I need to go to Bath & Body Works and pick up a birthday present for my friend anyways, so might as well just get some Christmassy things. I honestly just need to stock up on winter candy apple scents, but getting her birthday present is an excuse. Okay, so I did my 48 rows. Actually, this is a couple more rows than I did with this sweater, but this is the back part. So literally like this shoulder part here, like from this top seam here down to about my armpit, like here. So that's the part I'm working on right now. This is actually too short. I think I want it to be a little bit longer, so that way the sleeves be a little bit longer as well. On this sweater, the sleeves are pretty narrow and I want them to be a bit baggier. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it a couple rows longer and then start working on the shoulders. What is your review of the holiday? Okay, no, rate it out of 5.
Wait, rated out of 5 based on what we thought it was? Or
Okay. Okay, for some context, we thought that Jude Law and this other dude were the same character for like 40 minutes. Okay? We're not crazy. So this is what we're working with so far. I finished both the shoulders and then connected it to make the neckline. The back panel is actually currently longer than the front one, and that's because we haven't made the same amount of rows in the front yet. So currently I think I have 60 rows in the back, and for the front I want to do the same thing. So I'm just going to keep working up the rows in the front here until I get to a spot where I want to do the color work, which does mean I will have to do the color work in the flat. My second option is waiting until I can knit in the round and starting the color work then. I think the duck might be too low for that though, so we'll see what I end up doing. Also, I cut my finger today, making it very hard to knit. Hopefully my finger heals quickly. Okay, so I've completed 48 rows in the front here. Now I'm going to start doing the color work. I have some of my scrap yarn here that I will be using for the duck. The only problem is you'll need 3 kind of variations of white colors. These 2 here are very similar in color, so I'm going to do a quick swatch real quick and see if the contrast between all of these whites will be good enough for the rest of the sweater. I have 4 different colors that I knitted up here just to see how they look like contrasted with each other. So this pure white I'm definitely going to use, and then
The two that I had a suspicion that they were too close in color is definitely true. You can see at the bottom here, these two chunks are actually different, but they look very, very similar. So I went through my stash again and found this tan color. It's a little bit darker than I would normally want, but I think this will look a lot nicer as a contrast. I don't have a lot of it left, but I do have the scrap project that I made for the Ren Fair to hold my water bottle. So I think I'm going to take this apart, unravel it, and use this yarn for this project. I've only done 2 rows of color work and I already want to give up. Looking at the color work chart, most of it is just the lightest white color. So now I'm kind of backtracking and thinking instead of doing all 3 colors at once while knitting the sweater up, I'll just use this plain white color. Maybe I'll do duplicate stitch for any of the shadows. That way I'm not working with 4 different colors at the same time. I think it makes it a little bit easier for me, especially because I'm going to be working this in the round. It's easier just working with 2 colors as opposed to like several. Oh. I forgot that I needed to make a bobbin. And my yarn cake is falling apart because I did it from the inside. I'm just gonna rewind it. I hope this isn't too loud. Oh no! Ah. Oh, what have I done? This is a mess. Okay, it's not that much yarn, so I might as well just wind up another hang. Wait, no, I tangled it. Wait, did I tangle it? You guys ready for some nice ASMR? What is making that noise? It's 1:30 and I'm desperately tired. I really have to go to bed because I'm going to a Harry Potter concert tomorrow. Don't ask me, my friend asked me to go. As you can see, I finally attached everything in the round and the intarsia is actually looking really good this time. There's no weird warping or anything like I had last time I did intarsia in the round. You know, I was thinking, I have no idea why I make my life harder by doing intarsia in the round. Could I have just made these separate panels? Yes, and the intarsia would have been much easier. However, I hate sewing so much that I would rather force myself to do intarsia in the round rather than having to sew everything together, which is crazy because one of them clearly takes more time than the other. Anyways, we are slowly getting the duck form from the colorwork chart. So currently my duck is looking like a weird turtle or whale, but actually its head is over on this side. I need to put the beak in still, which I'll do with the duplicate stitch, as well as the eye. I know this is going to my friend, but what if I just put a googly eye for the eyeball? I think they'd really enjoy that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Alright, it's time for me to go to bed so I can hang out with millennials tomorrow that definitely have Deathly Hallow tattoos that they regret. It's been honestly like 5 or 6 days now, and it's taken me that long to just do the ribbing on this sweater, but the body is finally done. This is what it looks like. The duck is here on the front. I am traveling right now, so I don't have all of the colors that I need to finish off the duck, but honestly it won't be too bad. The goal is now to finish up the neckline and the sleeves before this weekend. It's currently December 19th and we're doing gift exchanges on the 30th because we're all spending time with our families for obviously Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so we'll see. So I finished the sleeve. Alright, today's the 22nd. I have like a week until I have to finish this. I did 95 rows for the sleeve, and then every 15 I did a decrease, and then 10 rows of ribbing. So I'm going to repeat that on the other side. And then I'm pretty much done. I do need to add the face to the duck. I'm debating on whether I add the shadows or not because I don't know if I'll have enough time. So I finished the sweater. I didn't end up doing the shadows because it's Christmas Eve and I'm lazy. I was kind of having the same problem with my tomato sweater and it's scrunching a little bit, but I try to block it out. There is still a little bit of the scrunching happening, but that's okay. I don't think I'll mind.